guys, I'm back again, and yes, before anybody says so, y'all have been seeing me in this same damn sweater for like for the past 3 videos, but honestly, I have been living in this sweater, just shush, okay? I just washed it, it's freshly out of the dryer, and yeah, it's so freaking comfortable. Like, I'm gonna live in this sweater like throughout the winter. I don't know, just shush, okay? Just shush. And I know I'm wearing the same makeup as the last video, and the reason for that is quite simple. I'm filming it literally after the last video, so there's that as well. And the reason for all of it is actually pretty simple. You guys, if I'm not going to film this video today while I'm in makeup and, you know, my head is here and I have time, I'm just not going to film this video at all. And I always do my New Year's resolutions, as y'all know, but I don't even know where to start this video. I think we should just start at the beginning, and I'm just gonna apologize for this video being like pretty much a month late, because we're already at the end of January from 2020 and I still didn't put up my resolutions video. Everything is gonna be clear within this video. Well, not everything, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so let's start from the beginning, shall we? Let's start off with last year. What was my 2019 like? Horrible. 2019 was such a horrible year for me, especially mentally. There have been, sorry, that's my phone. There have been so many struggles I went through in 2019, and there have been so many challenges that unforeseen came my way that I just, would you guys just shut up? That I just kind of broke down in the midst in the summer, and I just had enough of everything, you know? I won't go into too much detail because that's pretty personal, but it was mentally, it was a rough year. During, you know, where spring meets summer, during that period, I heard that I lost my lawsuit, my case, and I will explain everything in a different video. Y'all didn't know that, but I was actually in court, and like I said, I will explain everything, but just basically a detail. I heard that I lost, and I just completely broke down, and I lost not, how can I say this? I didn't lose fairly. I lost based on lies, which hurt even more. And here in Holland, the justice system isn't really great. When you're just a person suing some big company or whatever it is that you're suing, especially if it's not directly a different person, you're pretty much gonna lose. And that's what happened, but the problem is I lost based on lies. Like, the other party lied completely in my file, and based on that I lost my case, and it was the last year to appeal the case. Well, actually this year is the last year, and I could get an appeal, you know, and try to fight it, but it will be me, little old me, against the entire system, and you know you're not going to win that. You know you're going to lose, and mentally it's just not worth it. As much as I really do want to do that, it's not worth it. I'm going to explain everything about that in a different video, but anyway, that was basically my beginning through middle of the year, and that sucked. It completely sucked. The end of the year wasn't all that great either. So, you know, I had a rough year. I really did. I didn't buy anything. Like, the year before that, I bought so much furniture in my home. And last year, did I really buy anything? I'm like thinking, like, did I actually buy something? I can't remember actually buying something last year to, like, you know, improve the living situation. So it was just tough. And then on top of that, because of that lawsuit, of course, the finances weren't great either. Because of course I had to pay the case because it was closed shut. I couldn't do a thing. And well, let me just explain. Hundreds upon hundreds of euros went just to the case. So, you know, financially, mentally, it was a rough year, and it took me to pretty much up until the end of last year to kind of recover from that, and also financially, of course, because as y'all know, lawyers be expensive, and yeah, it was tough. And then in December, we have Sinterklaas in Holland, and we have Christmas, but in the middle, it's also my mother's birthday. So financially, I was ruined by the end of the year. It was just a tough year, and I'm so freaking glad it is over and done with. And you know what? I think 2019 kicked us in the butt here in Holland, just, you know, giving us that little push, because for New Year's it was so foggy that we weren't even able to see fireworks. Like from a meter distance, you weren't able to see it. So it was like a big fuck you from 2019, just you know, towards the end, like there you go. And I'll beat it, you know. So yeah, shitty year, not gonna lie. And so glad that it's over. So I'm happy it's 2020. It's the first month, you know, the month's pretty much nearing its end. And you know what? So far, I have to say it was a good month. Like so far I've had a good, well, a couple of things weren't that great, but again, that's going to be a different video. Yes, I got a lot of videos planned for this year. But so far, you know, knock on wood, but it's good. It's good. So I'm glad it's 2020. Okay, as for my resolutions, because I had a couple. The weight loss thing, I'm not even going to get started, okay? Because that's something that, like I said, I mentioned 1,000,001 times. That's an ongoing situation. I did lose weight during the end of the year, and I actually lost a lot of weight right now. So that's good. But again, that's something I'm going to keep throughout the year. So I'm not even going to mention it from now on because, like I said, ongoing situation. So the next one was spending more time with my boyfriend. During the beginning of 2019, we were doing a pretty good job. Like I said, come springtime and middle and end, no. But again, the mental and financial strain that was 2019 kind of made that not able, you know, to happen. So yeah, like I said, that didn't happen. Okay, moving on. Definitely something we need to work on in 2020. So the next thing was paying off some debt that I have, and I did that pretty fast in the beginning of 2019. Like I said, you know, I had quite a debt with my mom because, well, nobody cares because, but basically I wanted to buy furniture. I didn't have money in the beginning. Well, I did have a big chunk, but the rest I didn't have at the spot with me, and my mom did. So she kind of was like, you know what? I'll give it to you now, you pay me back later, which is exactly what, you know, it's nothing special, you know, but still it's a debt and I want to get rid of the debt. So I did that, so check on that one. But there are still a couple of debts that I want to get rid of for this year. So those are going to be my New Year's resolutions. Again, we're going to get to that in a minute. And then, so that one is check, cleared. And then we also had the no-buy year. Right. That one was a big failure. So out of all of my resolutions, I think those were all. Oh yeah, and the makeup situation. Well, the makeup situation was pretty solid. I have to say, I didn't buy as much makeup as I used to, and I'm actually in that groove. Like, it's not really hard for me to say, no, you're not going to buy that anymore like it used to be. Like, y'all know, I'm a professional makeup artist, and oh boy, is it tough for me. My hands are itching always to get the most new exclusive lines. I want everything. But basically, that's just not possible. There's too much makeup that I already own. As y'all know, I have an entire Alex closet, and on top of that, I have palettes that is completely filled with makeup. So I need to work on finishing that first. And I did a pretty decent job, I have to say, during the end. Like, I'm not gonna lie, during the end, I did buy more makeup palettes, and I was, because they were on sale, again, you know I never pay full price, so I always grab a sale when I can. Yeah, but that was, it was half. It was half. I half did it right, and then at the end, I bought like 3 palettes, so that wasn't exactly the plan. But then again, throughout an entire year, just 3 pallets for me personally, that's pretty good. Like, it's pretty good. Okay. So yeah, that one was like half done. Okay, so now for the last resolution, at least that I can remember. Sorry if I forgot. But the last one was the no buy year. What a miserable failure was that? I vowed with my boyfriend to eat out the freezer. And because, you know, he eats a lot. Like, it's the truth. And I have a big freezer and I don't cook small portions. So I told him, like, this year I'm not going to buy anything. I'm going to clear out the freezer and you're just going to eat with me because you can eat a lot. And I really can't because I got a gastric bypass, but I don't know how to cook small measures. Like, I grew up with my grandmother that was very poor and had, like, she had 5 kids, okay? 3 of them were with her. Long story, doesn't matter. But so 3 kids, a mother and a father, and that's for 5 people, cooking for 5 people, you know? So she always cooked like these really big meals, and she taught me how to cook as well as my mom did. But basically, I've only learned how to cook big meals. Like, I cannot for the love of me cook small meals. It just doesn't feel right, okay? So I can't. And so I told my boyfriend, like, look, I'm gonna cook and you're gonna eat it as well. Of course, he has his own diet because he's a bodybuilder, so none of that happened. But I did cook big meals. However, I have had so many good sales last year when it comes to food as well that I can, you know, freeze in, that my freezer has never, ever been this full as it was in 2019. It was like packed to the rim. And my freezer ain't small, y'all. No. I have a huge freezer that fits over 400 liters of stuff. So yeah, and I live alone. So, you know, there's no need for me to have that much stuff, yet I do. So I set that goal for next year again. Thus far, I've done a pretty damn good job. But yeah, that one was a whopping fail again. Okay, so now that I've shared my complete and utter failures of last year and the horrible year that I had, let's talk about some good stuff and about 2020. So basically, the things that I've set up for 2020 haven't really changed that much. Number 1, paying off debt. I want to be as young as I possibly can and be debt-free, which is a rarity these days, I know, because most people have a student loan. Hey, you know, I have one as well. Most people have some form of debt. If you have a bought house, you're in debt, honey. You may have a house, but honey, you have a debt. You got to pay mortgage. So, you know, everybody has a debt somewhere. But like I said, I want to be, because I'm trying to be, I set up a goal that I really want to be as young as possible and have not as many debts, I guess, as quickly as I can, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And my boyfriend has pretty much the same goal as well. So this year, I'm really, like, that's my number 1 goal. I want to focus. I want to pay out one debt that is, well, it's not huge, but it's not small either, you know, it's somewhere in the middle. And then I have another one which is big, and that one I either want to finish off this year, which is going to be tough, like, I'm not going to lie, it's going to be tough, but I'm going to try my best. The smaller one has to be finished this year. Like, there is no discussion freaking possible. Like, during summertime somewhere, I kind of calculated, like, I want that done. But the other one, I want as small as possible, because those are the 2 largest, you know, debts that I have, other than the student loan. In Holland, it is a little bit different with student loans because you pay off within 15 years. They have a system, and you basically pay like 0.1% rent on it, so it's very, very small. And they make a system where within 15 years, they automatically, the government already takes money from your bank account, and they calculate that within 15 years, that debt will be paid off. But you can, of course, pay it off faster. So I want to get rid of the two debts that I have, which are pretty much the biggest ones. Again, the student loan is bigger, but like I said, different thing. Because that one, you know, gets paid off monthly, but those two are the ones that I want to focus on this year, and I want to end them as soon as possible. One has to be done, like I said, during summer already, but, you know, December is, of course, my goal, and the other one has to be either done. I'm not really sure if that's humanly possible, but it needs to be done, or just as small as possible by December, so that by next year, they're gone. That would be great. So yeah, that's like my focus. Then the next one is again the no buy year, but I think I explained that in my last video as well. Like, a no buy year is not really a no buy year. That is humanly not possible. Why? Because you have to get groceries. In my, you know, case, I have a full freezer, but again, like milk and eggs, I don't put it in the freezer. So those things, I don't know, stuff like that, the genuine things that you need to buy, I will still buy, of course. But like meats, vegetables, there's a freezer full of that. Like, I'm not going to buy more of that stuff when I have a freezer full, okay? So it's not going to happen. But like I said, you know, the basic stuff that, like eggs or something that I'm not going to freeze in, clearly that I'm going to continue to buy. So basically the basic necessary things and nothing more. As well as clothing. I'm just going to buy the necessary needs. Like, for example, I have one winter jacket. Should that jacket, for whatever reason, I hope not, because it's pretty new. I had it for like 2.5 years now. But should that jacket, I don't know, break for whatever reason, of course I'm going to have to buy a new winter jacket, because I don't have a freaking other winter jacket. You know, that's what I mean. But I'm not going to buy a second one just because if it's not necessary. That's kind of my plan for this year. So with clothing, it's the same. When it comes to makeup, again, I'm gonna do my best. Like I said, I've been doing pretty good for the last couple of years with makeup. I haven't just randomly been buying everything in my way. I will be buying, like I mentioned in my last resolutions, if my eyeliner, what do you call it? If it's dried up and it's done for, like a black eyeliner is like a staple, and black mascara, you know, if I don't have that, that's a necessity in my opinion. Like, you know, agree to disagree, but for me personally, it's a necessity, and I'm gonna buy it, but I'm not gonna buy 15 of them, I'm gonna buy one. So, you know, like I explained. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I just this year want to buy the necessary items so that I can and save money and put more money in paying off the debt, so that I'm, like I said, as young as possible, debt-free as possible, because it's going to be so much easier buying a house, or I don't know, you know, things are going to be so much easier if you just don't have a debt. And it's just, it's debt, you know, nobody likes to be in debt. So I just want to get rid of that. So like I said, a no-buy year. You know, no buy. It's no buy, but is it really, you know? So those three are definitely like my main thing. 3? Was that? Yeah. Did I just mention 3 or did I just mention 1? Holy cow, I'm like lost in my own thoughts. The money situation is number 1, the paying off the debts. The no buy year is the second. Was I talking about thirds? Oh my God, I feel like an idiot. I'm sorry, I'm lost in my own mind. It's like, I'm an idiot, sorry. Anyway, basically all of the things that I mentioned, I'm gonna work on. I have them written down, so don't worry about that. I just don't have the little notepad with me here right now. Anyway, then I want to spend some more time with the boyfriend, because last year it was miserable. We have fought so much last year, like, because of course of the mental strain and financial strain, that we were at a breaking point even when we've been together this year for 6 years, so last year 5 years, and you know, you don't want that breaking point to happen, but when there's so much stress on two people, it's gonna go bad, you know? So we definitely are gonna we're in a better place right now. Don't worry about it. You know, we're definitely doing way, way better. But like I said, it's a lot of things outside of the relationship that happen that you kind of bring into the relationship. You don't really have a choice now, have you? So that brings a lot of stress and strain, and he thinks one way about something, I think a different way, and then boom, you know, you have an argument, like, basically. I don't think I have to explain to y'all how arguments work, but like I said, you know, it was quite a strain, and my boyfriend told me the other day, like, we really need to get out of the house more and, you know, do stuff together some more, because it kind of felt for a while last year that we were just like living two complete separate lives and just growing apart instead of together, which is exactly not what we want. We want to grow together instead of apart. So, you know, he was busy doing his thing, I was busy doing my thing, and then the rare moments that we did see each other, we weren't even talking. So that's not a good place. So that's something we want to work on this year as well. We want to work on our relationship and, you know, getting it better. So those are basically my New Year's resolutions. Now, I'm not done yet. This is going to be a long video. Grab a popcorn or a soda. I'll wait. You done? Okay, good. Listen, this year, there's going to be a lot, I can't jinx myself. Holy cow. Okay. I don't know how to say this, but I'm going to have to say it because y'all are going to notice. During summer, y'all know I take my breaks, which is fine, and I still do that, and I will continue to do that. No YouTube, no social media, nothing. Well, at least as possible. But I don't film videos, and I don't upload for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. It's usually a month and a half. And last year, I didn't upload as much. Now you know why. Again, mentally and financially, I was just strained. And you know, the financial part hasn't really got anything to do with making videos, but when you're mentally not in a place where you want to be, you don't feel like, hi guys, in front of the camera. You know, it's like, oh, I just don't. And December was just really busy for me. I just didn't have the time. And in December, I did do a lot of like films and such, but as y'all know, the Christmas tree was behind me, the lighting didn't work, and it just sucked. I put so much effort into making the videos, the lighting, my hair, my makeup, you name it, to have a perfect video, and then to be whitewashed completely during the video, it just sucked. So yeah, I just continued with the boxes on the floor. Those videos are so much easier for me to make. I don't even need lighting. I just put the camera down. I don't even, you know, I could be in my pajamas and I could film that video. So that is easier, and you will be seeing those videos more this year. I'm sorry for the people who don't like those videos, but 2020 is going to be the year that everything changes for me for the rest of my life. And I'm not going to go into detail just yet because I want to be certain of a couple of things before I say out loud what it is, and then things fall through, you know, it doesn't happen, and then what's the point? So I'm going to keep my mouth shut when it comes to explaining what it is, but it's something life-changing, and it's going to take every bit of effort and energy out of me, and I don't know if I'm going to be capable of showing my face every single time, because it takes me about 3 hours just to sit down before filming, and then still I have to film, and then after that I have to edit, and then after that I have to upload. So it takes a long while, but it takes me about 3 hours. You know, I have to get the lighting ready, I have to set up even the lighting, the camera, I have to do my makeup, I have to do my hair, I have to get dressed, for God's sake, okay? Just kidding. Of course, we all need to get dressed in the morning, you know. Come on, you know, it's just a joke. Okay, calm down. Anyway, but it takes a long, long while. It's not just, oh, sitting down and that's that. It takes a while. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all of these things when this particular thing happens. So yeah, once again, I will say it, don't worry, I will say it. I will know pretty soon if things will fall through or not. So y'all will be seeing that again in a video. I'm trying to do my best to make more videos, not just unboxings, but I promised last year I would do like a budget series, and I did one. Like, that is pretty much the most important one out of them all, but it was one. And I have like, I wrote down for I think at least 6 videos or something. So, you know, I just fell through on that, and that's not good. That's not right. So, you know, this year I definitely want to focus more on making better and you know, more YouTube videos. But I'm just going to say right now, I'm not going to promise anything, because like I said, I don't know if this thing's if it's going to happen, then I don't know what I'm capable of doing and what not. If it doesn't, then clearly I can. So yeah, there's a lot of life-changing things that are happening this year. And yeah, I wanted to say something, but I'm going to give it away, which is, you know, I can't do that. Once again, I need to be certain of some things before I can, you know, tell you guys what I'm talking about. So sorry to keep you like vaguely there and vaguely not. But I think it's important to say, because if all of a sudden you don't see a lot of videos, then you'll know that something behind the scenes, something is up. Which also, because I've been working on this for quite a while, something is already going on behind the scenes, which also kind of explains why a lot of the unboxings were very, very late. And I do apologize, and I think I've apologized in every single video for that, but I also said in one video when life throws you curveballs, you know, and it's something to do with it. Once again, I'm going to explain everything pretty soon, but basically that is what it comes down to. I just want to let you guys know that something big is about to happen. I just cannot say, because I need to, like I said, I need to know if this is actually gonna happen or not. So just know that if you don't see a video, or at least not fast enough, then I'm dealing with something. I'm busy behind the scenes, and you know, if you clearly do see videos, then, well, that's good. Okay, I've been yapping for over 30 minutes. Like, I need to cut some things out of this video because it's gonna be way too long. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below your New Year's resolutions. Let's make like a support group for each other when we feel like we're gonna fail, okay? Because I think that's so important. I'd like to thank y'all so much for watching. If you made it to the end, you deserve a freaking medal. Really, you do. And you guys, I will see you in my next video. Bye!